Are you tired of peaceful evenings, stable emotions, functioning brain cells, and normal internet communities? Well, good news, sweetheart, introducing Soflo's Digital Survival Yard. The internet's premier destination for screaming, paranoia, loyalty tests, rage spirals, midnight meltdowns, and grown men threatening each other through buffering live stream connections. That's right. For only $4.99 a month, you too can experience digital prison politics from the safety of your living room. Watch in amazement as random subscribers get called rats, moderators develop PTSD, live streams derail into emotional hostage situations, and everybody pretends YouTube beef is a federal RICO investigation. But wait, there's more. Order today and receive the Soflo Starter Pack, including 1 fake alpha male speech, 3 hours of unresolved rage, 12 contradictory prison stories, a broken smoke detector chirp, and a complimentary pair of gas station sunglasses to help you avoid eye contact with reality. Still not convinced? Then check out these amazing features. The CPS Dead Relative button. Having an argument online? Can't emotionally regulate yourself? Smash the panic button and escalate internet drama directly into real life like a complete psychopath. The Digital Yard Check. Every live stream now includes random threats, imaginary enemies, betrayal accusations, and at least 60-year-old man yelling, "You don't know who you're talking to." Meanwhile, he's arguing next to a microwave with unpaid Metro PCS bills stacked on top of it. Cinema. The Internet Tough Guys filter transforms any unemployed angry live streamer into a street legend, the realest one online, and the last honest man on YouTube. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur, community collapse, emotional instability, paranoia, and accidentally live streaming your own psychological breakdown for 7 consecutive hours. And folks, if you order within the next 10 minutes, we'll throw in 22 years of stories package. Featuring recycled prison monologues, emotionally exhausting intimidation speeches, fake loyalty philosophy, and enough rage to power Southern Florida for 3 business days. But act now, because supplies are limited and probation officers are standing by. Warning! Soflo's Digital Survival Yard is not responsible for broken friendships, internet stalking, moderator trauma, emotional exhaustion, paranoia spirals, live stream addiction, secondhand embarrassment, fake mob behavior, YouTube crash outs, or sudden urges to threaten strangers online while wearing Oakleys indoors. Do not operate heavy machinery while emotionally invested in MobTube drama. Not available in states with functioning social lives. Soflo's Digital Survival Yard. The internet replaced the social club, so we replaced wisdom with screaming. Disclaimer. Before we begin tonight's psychological expedition into the radioactive wasteland known as MobTube, a quick disclaimer for the emotionally unstable, the fake wise guys, the live stream warlords, the alpha males operating out of Section 8 housing with a broken gaming headset, and the people currently preparing a 7-hour response stream titled Bambi Palermo Fears the Truth. Relax, sweetheart. Take a breath. Maybe lower the blood pressure medication dosage for 20 minutes. This documentary is intended for commentary, criticism, satire, analysis, education, dark humor, internet anthropology, and entertainment purposes only. Everything discussed throughout this production is based on publicly available live streams, online behavior, public statements, viewer observations, internet culture, personal experiences, publicly discussed allegations, and material already floating around the digital sewer system known as YouTube. No statement made in this documentary should be interpreted as a formal accusation of criminal conduct beyond what has been publicly documented, legally established, publicly discussed, or self-broadcasted at maximum volume into a Logitech microphone at 3:17 in the morning. We are not claiming anybody is a mob boss, a cartel leader, Scarface, John Gotti, Al Capone, Pablo Escobar, or the realest gangster on YouTube. Frankly, most of these people couldn't successfully organize a barbecue without threatening 3 subscribers and accidentally doxing their cousin. This production is a psychological and cultural analysis of internet intimidation culture, live stream addiction, digital narcissism, fake alpha behavior, mob tube mythology, prison yard performance psychology, emotional manipulation, outrage marketing, and the fascinating phenomenon of middle-aged men transforming unresolved trauma into content monetization strategies. In simpler terms, we're studying what happens when rage, Wi-Fi, prison stories, YouTube donations, paranoia, ego, and emotional instability get tossed into a blender and uploaded in 1080p. Viewer discretion is strongly advised, especially if you are currently involved in a live stream blood feud, emotionally dependent on internet drama, typing "he cooked you" in chat rooms 12 hours a day, threatening strangers online while collecting food stamps, or referring to yourself as a dangerous man while arguing through a smoke detector chirp and unpaid electric bill notifications. This documentary may contain sarcasm, mockery, psychological observations, internet stupidity, secondhand embarrassment, digital tough guy behavior, emotional breakdowns, performative masculinity, fake loyalty speeches, live stream crash outs, and enough projection to power a movie theater in Newark. And finally, if you find yourself deeply offended by this documentary, good. Because somewhere along the line, the internet convinced way too many people that screaming at women, threatening creators, terrorizing communities, calling CPS over YouTube drama, and acting like a prison yard philosopher with a webcam was somehow real leadership. It isn't. It's just digital chaos wrapped in fake mob guy energy and sold to lonely people looking for entertainment at midnight. So grab an espresso, lock the doors, hide the webcam, and welcome back to the weirdest corner of the modern internet. This is Analyzing Evil. Now on with the show.
Analyzing Evil. The Digital Prison Yard, Soflo Tech, Tony Soflo. A Pizzaverse Studios production. In association with Palermo Productions. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Edited somewhere in Jersey during an espresso-fueled thunderstorm. There was a time when the neighborhood social club meant something. Old guys playing cards, bustle in restaurants, stories, laughter, arguments, espresso machines screaming in the background. But the internet replaced the social club. Now, the social club is a live stream at 2:47 in the morning, where a grown man with prison stories screams into a webcam while strangers donate $4.99 to hear him threaten somebody from Iowa. Welcome to MobTube. And buried deep inside this digital wasteland, you'll find creators who don't just talk tough. They build their entire identity around intimidation. Fear becomes branding, aggression becomes content, chaos becomes entertainment. That brings us to Soflo Tech, Tony Soflo, woman beater, sexually assaulted a woman, scumbag, a real villain. A creator whose online presence often feels less like a YouTube channel and more like a permanent prison yard confrontation that accidentally found Wi-Fi. Not wisdom, not leadership, not storytelling. Just tension. Constant tension. The kind of guy where every stream sounds like somebody's about to either start a fist fight, threaten a creator, expose somebody, call CPS, accuse somebody of betrayal, or spiral into a 3-hour emotional detonation over internet drama. And somewhere in the middle of all this, a strange audience gathers around it like moths around a bug zapper. Because the modern algorithm loves emotional instability. Tonight, we examine why. This is Analyzing Evil. The internet's fake enforcer. Soflo Tech represents a very specific type of internet personality, the digital enforcer. A man who approaches every interaction like a dominance test, a prison yard challenge, or a loyalty interrogation. Every disagreement becomes war. Every criticism becomes disrespect. Every live stream becomes psychological combat. And eventually, the audience stops watching for information. They start watching for explosions. That's the business model. Not education, not growth. Tension, constant emotional tension. It's the internet version of a guy slamming dominoes on a steel prison table while screaming, "Who's got a problem with me?" Meanwhile, YouTube's algorithm sits there smoking a cigar going, "Beautiful. Push this to recommended." Prison stories as internet mythology. One of the strangest things about MobTube is how prison becomes mythology. The stories, the violence, the threats, the survival narratives. Some creators turn incarceration into a permanent personality trait. Not reflection, not rehabilitation, branding. Soflo's content often carries that exact energy, constant hostility, intimidation language, hyper-aggressive masculinity, public humiliation tactics, emotional dominance games, and endless respect conversations. The problem? The internet ain't prison. And audiences eventually realize there's a difference between surviving hard circumstances and using those circumstances as permanent justification to terrorize everybody around you emotionally. At some point, the audience starts asking, is this wisdom or just unresolved rage with a webcam? Oof, that question hurts. The live stream threat economy. Modern live stream culture discovered something dangerous. Fear creates engagement. The angrier the creator, the more clips circulate. The more unstable the stream, the more people tune in. And channels like Soflo's often operate inside this exact ecosystem. Every stream carries the energy of something bad might happen tonight. Not physically, psychologically. Arguments, threats, humiliation, chaos, personal attacks, loyalty tests, paranoia spirals. It becomes emotional gambling for viewers. People tune in waiting for the next meltdown, the next war, the next enemy, the next screaming rant, the next exposed stream. That ain't community. That's digital cage fighting. With super chats.
Are you constantly beefing with strangers online? Threatening people through live streams? Screaming about loyalty at 4 a.m.? And accidentally turning your YouTube channel into a psychological crime scene? Well, good news, tough guy. Introducing Soflo's Internet Witness Protection Program, the first online safety system specifically designed for emotionally unstable live streamers, digital prison philosophers, fake internet gangsters, and middle-aged men one argument away from throwing their router through drywall. With our revolutionary technology, you can now delete your channel and return 3 days later with a new one pretending nothing happened. Incredible. Features include the I never said that button. Did you publicly threaten somebody for 6 straight hours? No problem. Simply press the button and immediately yell, "That's out of context." Works every time. Scientists are stunned. The digital tough guy filter automatically transforms unemployment, emotional instability, and unresolved trauma into alpha male energy. Warning may cause paranoia, fake mob behavior, screaming episodes, and spontaneous use of the phrase, "You don't know who I am." Correct, nobody does. The live stream delusion includes real automated comments such as, "He speaks facts 100%. They fear you. Real one right here. The steets need you." Meanwhile, the guy's arguing next to a broken ceiling fan eating gas station taquitos. Beautiful country. Bonus package. Order today and receive free gas station sunglasses. Perfect for avoiding eye contact with reality, live stream intimidation, and hiding emotional damage during 12-hour rage broadcasts. Warning! Soflo's Internet Witness Protection Program is not responsible for CPS investigations, moderator burnout, broken friendships, emotional exhaustion, neighborhood embarrassment, YouTube channel deletions, fake alpha syndrome, or grown men turning live stream drama into prison yard reenactments. Do not consume while angry, intoxicated, or convinced you're the final boss of Florida YouTube. Soflo's Internet Witness Protection Program. Because accountability is for civilians.
The CPS line and dead family. Here's where internet drama stops being funny. Once creators start dragging families, children, personal lives, real-world harassment, or outside authorities into YouTube beefs, the entire thing crosses into ugly territory. Because now it ain't content anymore. Now it's obsession. And one of the biggest red flags in online creator culture is when somebody cannot separate internet conflict from real-world retaliation. That behavior tells you something psychologically important. The creator no longer sees limits. Everything becomes justified in the pursuit of control. That's dangerous. Not mobster dangerous, emotionally dangerous. Big difference. The performance of fear. Here's the funny part. The louder the intimidation performance gets, the weaker it usually looks. Real authority doesn't constantly announce itself. Real dangerous people rarely spend 12 straight hours live streaming about how dangerous they are. But internet intimidation personalities have to maintain the illusion constantly. Because the second they calm down, the mythology starts collapsing. That's why every stream needs enemies, betrayal, disrespect, outrage, snakes, rats, cowards, fake tough guys. Without conflict, the character dies. And honestly, after a while, it starts looking less like power and more like a guy emotionally trapped inside permanent survival mode. That's not strength. That's exhaustion. The digital prison yard. Soflo's entire online atmosphere often feels like a man who never psychologically left the yard. Everything is hierarchy, everything is dominance, everything is suspicion, everything is confrontation. And social media rewards it. Because YouTube loves volatility. The algorithm doesn't care if a creator is healthy, it cares if people keep watching. So rage becomes profitable. Paranoia becomes profitable. Conflict becomes profitable. And eventually, the creator becomes trapped inside his own internet persona. Not living life. Performing aggression for an audience. That's the tragedy. Is this evil? Yes, but not necessarily in the Hollywood supervillain sense. But destructive? Absolutely. Because channels built around intimidation, humiliation, paranoia, fear, threats, emotional warfare, and non-stop conflict eventually poison everybody involved. The audience becomes angry, the creator becomes consumed, the community becomes unstable. Nobody grows, nobody heals. Everybody just waits for the next explosion. That ain't leadership. That's digital emotional terrorism disguised as entertainment. Subscribe to Pizzaverse Studios for more psychological breakdowns, internet culture documentaries, MobTube investigations, digital sociology, livestream psychology, and deep dives into the strange evolution of online personalities. New documentaries weekly. Special thanks to everybody still capable of independent thought in the middle of the internet circus. To the replay gang, the late-night listeners, the haters, Tupperware bandits, lurkers, junkies, and the real ones holding on to sanity while the algorithm burns the building down. We appreciate you. And remember, not every loud voice online is a leader. Sometimes it's just a man screaming from inside a digital cage. See you at the next one.
Back in the old days, sports betting wasn't run by corporations. It was run by a guy named Tommy, 3 cigarettes, a busted calculator, and pure emotional instability. And now, from the darkened basements of North Jersey, comes the greatest gambling experience ever created for men who yell at televisions like they're personally involved in the game. Tommy Stig's Sportsbook, TM, the only sportsbook built specifically for retired bookmakers, emotionally damaged Giants fans, men named Sal, and people who still refer to prison as that little situation. Remember when betting required trust, relationships, and a guy whispering point spreads over a payphone while Sinatra played in the background? Not anymore. Because Tommy Stiggs combines old school sportsbook tradition with absolutely none of the emotional maturity modern society keeps talking about. At Tommy Stiggs, we don't believe in passwords or financial responsibility. We believe in Handshakes, panic, and screaming. The game was fixed at Buffalo Wild Wings. Still using those fancy online sports books? Cue. At Tommy Stiggs, your betting information is safely protected inside a folded napkin, underneath an espresso cup, next to a cannoli tray. Cybersecurity, Jersey style. Every Sunday, experience football heartbreak, irrational confidence, suspicious referees, unpaid gambling debts, and one guy named Vinny insisting, this parlay is mathematically impossible to lose. It will lose. Immediately. At Tommy Stiggs, we don't just offer betting. We offer community. Because nothing brings men together faster than collectively losing money on the Jets. And for a limited time, every new member receives one free emotional breakdown during playoff season, 2 complimentary arguments about the 1986 Giants, and a bonus uncle who swears he once knew a guy connected to the real Jersey crew. He absolutely did not. Warning. Tommy Stiggs' neighborhood sportsbook may cause pacing around the living room, yelling at quarterbacks, blaming referees for personal problems, calling cousins for emergency gambling loans, and saying, I got a system, while visibly unraveling emotionally. Do not use Tommy Stiggs as if financially stable, emotionally secure, or currently supervised by a parole officer. Tommy Stiggs' neighborhood sportsbook. Because therapy was never part of the neighborhood.
Bro, I'ma tell you like this. I am not the one, little son. Better run with a gun. I'ma tell you like this. Fuck you and fuck where you from. Gotta say the word once and it's done. I'ma tell you like this. We can get it crackin', little bitch. Boy, quit without an attitude, sis. I'ma tell you like this. Better man up, lil' jit. Let me know if it's a problem, it's lit. Still a big talk, cause I got the biggest follow through. I follow money, you tryna get hoes to follow you. I am mad at you. How you hung around me and your dumb ass never learned how to keep it G. God damn it, sickening. Hope you listening. Post how you the realest, but you know it's different. Say you got them dividends, talking about them Benjamins. I ain't even gonna violate and talk about what I learned, but keep my name out your bitch ass mouth. Sure, there's other ways you can get that clout. You can dick ride like you do behind the scenes, cause you be switching sides like you LGBT, but I know that boy's around. I know he gon' keep talking. I wasn't raised like that, but I don't come around them types often. Tell you like this, that, for love where you at. You know we can get the shit poppin'. Tell you like this, that, for love where you at. You know we can get the shit. Bro, I'ma tell you like this. I am not the one, little son. Better run with a gun. I'ma tell you like this. Fuck you and fuck where you from. Gotta say the word once and it's done. I'ma tell you like this. We can get it crackin', little bitch. Boy, quit without an attitude, sis. I'ma tell you like this. Better man up, lil' jit. Let me know if it's a problem, it's lit. I got a couple reasons, some of these dudes is turning to haters. I'm a motherfucking reminder how they can never make it. I'm up in this shit and I never needed no one. I'm a business bitch, you gotta pay me to show up. I got that energy, you know that energy, that BDE shit. That I don't really know why that bitch intimidate me shit. That you can't lease this wavy baby make you seasick. That killing you with everything I do, bitch, rest in pieces. You fucking buffoon, thinking you fucking with me. It's ironic, I'm a CEO and don't need company. Look, I'm up in these prices so dummies don't come to me. Asking me to give them verses, then they wanna come for me. You a whole asshole if you a dude and hate bitches, but your eyes light up when a dude's name's mentioned. Bro, compliment a woman, then you tell him stop simping. Bro, you got vagina envy, tell your homie to stick the tip in. You sus in the comments, you sus in real life. Imagine making fake pages just to speak your own mind. God damn, that must suck, you hate yourself and know why. Seek help, little bitch, before you take your own life. Shit, bro, I'ma tell you like this. I am not the one, little son. Better run with a gun. I'ma tell you like this. Fuck you and fuck where you from. Gotta say the word once and it's done. I'ma tell you like this. We can get it crackin', little bitch. Boy, quit without an attitude, sis. I'ma tell you like this. Better man up, lil' jit. Let me know if it's a problem, it's lit.